Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from...
Up next, the Heat. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. D.A., take it away. Well, Aaron Gordon, tremendous athleticism. Thanks, D.A. So the opening lineup for the Heat, Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. Now here is Augustine. Good D by Jones. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And so it's the Heat hitting on the board first. Augustine passes to Ennis. Clock at 6. Pass to Vucevic. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster and a memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Fournier goes in. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Adebayo throws it down.
A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Robinson against Fournier. Out to the wing. The Heat need to get a shot off. Three-pointer, Butler. No good on the shot. The Magic go the other way with it. Hey, Brent, for Derek Jones, he saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Well, Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore. And I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit. And that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Bolts comes in for DJ Augustine. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Hero. Misses the 3. And it's Bolts with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 3. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic has got the ball. Pass to Adebayo. Butler on the way. Back to Adebayo. The feed to Crowder. And Crowder slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Fultz dishes to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Fultz kicks to Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Here's Hero. He's guarded by Ross. Butler deciding where to go with it. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping
For the Magic, Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon, and it's Carter Williams in for Fournier. Then for the Heat, Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo, and it's Iguodala in for Hero.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And how about the attitude of Fultz? When he's taking it inside, he's aiming to hurt somebody's feelings.
Iguodala outside, and Bamba pulls it down.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
To the middle. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Iguodala, the pass to Crowder. Outside Dragic. Here's Butler, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And Orlando called for the foul. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know, and Butler wasn't a starter until midway through his second season. But since then, his minutes have gone up, and his productivity has gone way up.
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
Jimmy Butler.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Bamba. Carter Williams is out there with Fultz. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. And Miami has possession following the three-point attempt by Mohamed Bamba. Stolen by Bamba. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there was some great first last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Orlando trailing here. Fultz kicks to Carter Williams. Ross passes to Carter Williams. Back to Ross. Here's Fultz. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Brent, offensive versatility all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Left side, Leonard. Here's Nunn, guarded by Augustine. Nunn passes to Adebayo. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's a look at the schedule for the Magic. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Miami.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Dragic kicks to Crowder. Back to Dragic. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. The pass to Adebayo. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by the Magic. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Down low. Pass to Ennis. From deep three-point range. Not going to go that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. Vucevic down low. Working on Jones. Here's Augustine. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Fournier for 3. And it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now here's Jones. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Ennis taking his time here. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jones finds Dragic, and it's good for 2.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
It's stolen by Jones. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They only had a couple of rough stretches, and as that's all for now.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Miami, they've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Augustine, no luck.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Now here's Jones. Passes it to Nunn. Back to Jones. It's stolen by Ennis. Fournier into the lane. And the shot goes in. Fournier's got his first 2 points of the night.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Kicks it to Robinson. Pass to Butler. To the wing right side. No one near Adebayo as he lets it go. And another basket for Miami.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Well, Bam at 6'10" might be a little bit undersized, but there's something in his activity on a nightly basis, Kevin, that feels like he plays bigger. Just a pogo stick, gets around, covers some ground laterally, and does a great job of both protecting the rim and finishing strong.
Orlando leading by 6. Here's Vucevic. Fournier controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Adebayo. It's stolen by Vucevic. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Gordon. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And with Adebayo and finishing plays, Brent, he is a terrific dunker.
No doubt. Guys are looking for him all over the rim, and you could throw it just about anywhere, and Bam is going to go up and just look for that. Bam right on you. Great energy, great athleticism, and continues to find ways in which he can make solid offensive contributions for the Heat.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Ennis. Terrence Ross is checked in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. And the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in and finished off by Fultz.
Oh, the athleticism from Fultz is off the charts. Turns on the Jets whenever he's taken off towards the basket.
Now here's Dragic. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. It's good.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Silva, the pass to Dragic. Sinks the triple. Dragic has got 5 points so far.
Well, the ball was not in Goran Dragic's hands very long. Just a great job by him firing it up immediately without hesitation.
And the second chance effort by Gordon. And the Magic lead by 11.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Miami. They've had a great season. We'll look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Magic. Down 4 spots from them.
And, you know, for the Heat, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
Well, tumbles happen in gymnastics class, not with this team. I can say that for sure. All that's left to wonder about is how deep a run this team's going to make.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
Crowder, he's checked in for Miami. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Carter Williams. He's averaging 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And we know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Now here's Iguodala. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And here's the fast break. Carter Williams leading the way. Count it.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And here are the Heat now after the Magic pick up 2. Ross in the corner. Inside. Here's Vucevic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And both free throws good from Crowder. 5 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Back to Carter Williams. And so it's Orlando out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ross in at the 3, the small forward. That's us out there for Orlando. Here's Butler. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that.
It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ross. Drops it in from 11 feet. And the Magic lead by 17. And it's the Heat with the ball. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Nunn passes to Robinson. Butler with the ball. Guarded by Fultz. Elbow shot. At the tip. It's good on the putback.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
And there's the pass to Bamba. Fultz with the ball. Six to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot. A 1-2. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Heat trail by 15. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Nunn. A putback. It's Clark with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Wandu passes to Fultz. For 3, Ross. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Stolen by Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Robinson following the bucket by Orlando. Ross passes to Bamba. He gets that one. Bamba's got 4 points this quarter.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
And the basket by Jones. Orlando leading by 17. Bamba in the high post. Adebayo on him.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9 and a half, and that gives him a huge spear of influence.
You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
Now here's Butler. Adebayo down low. Covered by Bamba. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Orlando.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Vucevic.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Outside Robinson. Jones kicks to Robinson. Heat moving the ball around. 52 seconds left in the game. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Augustine. He dishes it to Bamba. Augustine looking around. The offensive rebound. Bamba passes to Fournier. Back to Bamba. Clock at 4. Over Adebayo. Bamba's shot is off. Adebayo down low. And Adebayo throws it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's...
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And those are the starting lineups. We'll be right back. DA, well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 5. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Love grabs the board. And here is Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Jones finds Adebayo. Count it.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Love outside. Drummond passes to Love. Here's Garland. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, Kevin Love just has a great feel for the game. He has a strong understanding of their offense, and he's a very willing passer. That's why you see what you see there.
Butler up top, trying to claw his way back after a terrible showing in that loss to Charlotte.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Love, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Jones. Passes it to Adebayo. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Looking now at some numbers for Sexton. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. Averaging 25 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it to me is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Garland. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Adebayo. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Cavaliers leading by 4. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
And he's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Heat. Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Jimmy Butler.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
1:22 left to play in the first. Back to Sexton. From deep. That one, no good. And it's Miami the other way. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
This guy is such a dynamic guard with active hands. Sexton makes that defensive play to get them a bucket.
Heat moving the ball around. Here's Hero. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Here's Dragic from outside. Nance gets the rebound. Cavaliers leading. Porter passes to Nance. And it's blocked.
Okay, Kelly Olynyk getting up high for that rejection. At 7 feet, that length comes in handy.
Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Yeah, such a sweet three-point stroke there. And it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
It's tipped. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Heat out front. They lead by 1. Back after this from the American Airlines.
Basketball. That's that.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Iguodala out there with Dragic. Then there's Myers-Leonard. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Silva in at the 3. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for Larry Nance. And it's Jetty Osman in for Colin Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Porter kicks to Drummond. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Olynyk the pass to Silva. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. And it's Butler missing. Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Porter, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shoots the three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
And they continue to control the glass.
Well, not an easy act to follow if you're Cedi Osman, right? You are taking over for LeBron James, one of the greats in the game, but I love his confidence.
Butler with the ball. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Robinson passes to Butler. No good on the triple. And the 31st pick back in 2015, Osman, a do-it-all energy type of player, Doris.
Yeah, he was one of LeBron's favorite teammates when he led the Cavs. They trained together all summer. No better role model for Cedi than perhaps the best player in NBA history.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
2 points. That one goes. Love's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Cavs.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To the left side wing. Robinson against Porter. Charity stripe shot. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Porter kicks to Osman. Drummond dishes to Love. And again, it's Cleveland.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
To the paint. Here's Silva. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. Euro comes in for Robinson.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Thompson passes to Windler. Out to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. The pass to none. To halt the run. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Sexton slams it in.
You can see right there the strength Colin Sexton brings to the point guard position. Plays right through that contact for the and one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Adebayo kicks to Dragic. Crowder the pass to Adebayo. There's Dragic with the 3.
Boy, you can just...
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first. And that'll.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center filling out the middle. None can't get it to fall. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And another three for Cleveland.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass? Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season, having to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in. And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Osman, the pass to Love. Here's Osman, defended by Jones. Shot clock at 6. Here's Garland. No good from outside. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Cleveland moving it around. Pass to Garland. Here's Drummond. Here's Sexton. Cleveland gets it back. And Drummond throws it down.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Outside Robinson, and stolen by Sexton. For the finish, and Sexton slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Pass to Jones. 5 to shoot. Here's Butler. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Garland kicks to Sexton. Osman, the pass to Love. He dishes it to Sexton. Back to Love. Drummond, great positioning on the putback.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
1:44 left here in the third quarter. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, and now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Olynyk finds Jones. And pushing it up is Cleveland again in transition, and then slams it in.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Passes it to Olynyk. Here's Dragic, and the layup's good off the glass. Dragic has got his first points of the night.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Jones, no one around him. A three-pointer off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And then slams it in.
You have to do more than that against Larry Nance Jr. This guy is no stranger to physical contact.
From deep, Iguodala. Rebound, Andre Drummond. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Hero. Solomon Hill is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Olynyk in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Hill passes to Crowder. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
To me, you've got to run this guy off his shots. Jay Crowder is a good catch-and-shoot jump shooter.
Now the pass to Exum. Back to Dellavedova. Beyond the arc. They get it again, and Drummond kicks to Dellavedova. Exum passes to Windler. Feeds it to Drummond. Shoots over Crowder. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Hill. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Now Dellavedova. Windler, the pass to Drummond. Here's Windler. Here's Exum. And it's off the back rim. No good. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Offensive rebound. Crowder, the pass to Hill. Out to the right wing. Here's Hero. Miami keeps it going. A new 14-second clock. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Exum with it. He's against Crowder. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Exum's got his first 2 points.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
When you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
For 3, Hill sinks the three-pointer.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Exum kicks to Dellavedova. Windler, the pass to Bell. Now Dellavedova. Dishes to Exum. From deep three-point range, but they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the boards. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Cleveland.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kevin Love.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
Sexton the pass to Drummond. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. To the right side. Hero passes to Leonard. The 3 from Hill. The Cavaliers pull it in. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. Pass to Sexton. Now here's Garland. Osman kicks to Garland. Pass to Love. Back to Osman. Here's Garland. Misses. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This one was over. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
And the Cavs trying to get a win at home and pressed for and now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the center, filling out the middle. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Now, here's Fournier. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
And it's hard to deal with Fournier if you're defending him. I mean, he makes good decisions, whether he's passing or shooting the ball, and that makes him hard to guard.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Gordon inside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's Garland picks one up.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves, terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Augustine looking around with the putback. And that's collected by Love. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Cleveland moving the ball around. Garland the pass to Love. Over Gordon. Love, no luck. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. And Orlando has possession. Now here is Augustine. And Vucevic kicks to Ennis. Back to Vucevic. 17-foot shot on the way. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Now that is a terrific cut to the basket by Vucevic. I mean, really excelling in the pick and roll set.
And that one's good. Osman. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And there's the pass to Drummond. Back to Osman. Drummond in the post. Vucevic on him, and it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Fournier dishes to Vucevic, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Is on Colin Sexton.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, it really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Magic making a switch here. Cam Burge is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Ross comes in for Ennis. Fultz, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And yes, it's good. 1:36 left here in the opening quarter. And Vucevic kicks to Fultz. Back to Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Vucevic has got 10 points in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Porter after the Magic pick up 2. 5 on the clock. Here's Nance. They get it back. Thompson makes it off the glass.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
They grab their own miss. Outside for Carter Williams. Now Fultz. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he makes that one.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. No good on the last second attempt there. Nikola Vucevic. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Orlando.
I'll tell you one thing. They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now here's Carter Williams. Defense is right there. Fultz with the ball. Nance with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
There's Porter with the 3. Here's Thompson. Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
And Cleveland making a change here. Sexton's checked in. And the Magic making a change here as well. Evan Fournier's checked in for Carter Williams.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Here's Fultz, and finished off by Fultz.
And you got to clog up the clear lanes to the basket. You can't give him room to operate. When you do, Fultz scorches you with his speed.
Now here's Porter. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And Sexton has it in the corner. Off target with his 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Ross. A putback. It's good on the putback. Birch has got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
That one goes. Count it.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Here's Ross. That shot off the mark. Nance with some nice D. Pass to Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. And here's Nance. Pass to Sexton. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Gordon's checked in for Ken Birch. Ennis comes in for Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Outside Fournier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Garland, he's checked in for Porter. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 2. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, you know, that differential jumps off the page to me, and whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
And another miss by Cleveland.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area. You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
The Magic making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in.
The former Arizona Wildcat, Gordon is a high-motor player who gives great effort out there all the time.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Gets an open look and hits. Vucevic has got 14.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Osman. Rebound by Ennis.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And there's the call on Jetty Osman. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Ennis drops them both. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Sexton the pass to Drummond. Love right side. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Augustine. It's rebounded by Cleveland. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for him. And so it's Orlando bringing the quarter to a... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie, a tremendous start for Nikola Vucevic. He had 14 points, 6 rebounds, and that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Vucevic, guys, has been exceptional.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. Here's Augustine, following the score by Aaron Gordon. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists tonight. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant he pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
Ennis, that one good for 2. And the Magic lead by 11.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
It's Drummond with the drive. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Augustine doesn't go that time. Good D by Love. Pass to Osman. Sexton with it from outside the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Sexton's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Here's Augustine. Drops in the layup for 2.
Really good to see Augustine getting it done from there, because it proves he's not just a jump shooter.
And here's Love from the arc. They get the rebound.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
Magic leading by 6. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Now here is Augustine. He's covered closely. A wide open look here for Vucevic. Offline with his 3. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Sexton. We've got 1:55 left in the 3rd. Here's Fournier. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now here's Gordon. Here's Vucevic. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cleveland moving it around. There's the pass to Osman. Love kicks to Osman for the tie. Here's Drummond, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Now just a 1-point Magic lead. Pass to Ennis. 52 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Augustine. Outside Fournier. 5 to shoot. Ennis taking his time here. Count that one. Ennis has got 6.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. 30 seconds left in the 3rd. Garland, the pass to Nance. To the inside. And he drops it in from the low post. He has 6.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Nance with the rebound. Passes it to Windler. for the lead. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Stolen by Garland. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Nance and Thompson are up front. Then it's Porter. Then there's Garland. And it's Windler in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So Fultz will go to the free throw line. Darius Garland picks one up.
Oh my God.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle.
Now here's Gordon following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Bamba's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Thompson passes to Windler. Now Garland. The dish to Nance. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Fournier is checked in for Michael Carter-Williams. Magic leading by 4. Here's Bamba. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bamba's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And Thompson kicks to Garland. Left side, Nance. And the pass to Windler. There's Porter with the 3. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Back to Thompson. Windler, the pass to Thompson. Outside, Porter. Goes back up. Goes up again. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Nance.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
Now here's Fultz. Pass to Bamba. In the corner, it's Gordon. Fultz dishes to Fournier. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And the Magic lead by 7.
Boy, it's hard not to admire the attitude of Fournier. So much of what you accomplish in anything is about attitude. And for Fournier, even in tight spots, he knows how to bail his team out.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. Here's Fultz, and Thompson sends it back. Now Cleveland moving it up. Garland leading the charge, and he gets the bucket. Porter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
Garland kicks to Porter. Here's Windler. He's guarded by Ross. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Fultz. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. And Ross with the slam.
Putting on a show. Ross can elevate with the best of them.
And stolen by Gordon. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Fournier following the basket by Kevin Love. Pass to Augustine. Stolen by Garland. And they're on the break. Here's Sexton. Yep, it counts.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
Augustine, no luck. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Big shot player Sexton showing us he loves the spotlight. Seems energized performing here under the bright lights.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton? A crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense. That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Passes it to Fournier. Now here's Gordon. Ennis with the ball. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. The pass to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
So the Magic win it. They seem to rub. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg.
NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the small forward. And for the Heat, Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs, you still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Now, here's Adebayo. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. On the basket by Jones.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And there's the feed to Jones. Butler with the ball, now guarded by Vucevic.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Ennis. It's hauled in by the Heat. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Jones to the middle. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
That shot off. The Magic go the other way with it. Butler against Fournier for 3. Gordon. Orlando gets it back. Now here is Augustine. He's tightly guarded. Lock at 6. Vucevic finds Augustine. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Derek Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
And here's Augustine after Jimmy Butler made that last 3-pointer. Here's Ennis. Kept alive. Here's Gordon. Lays it up off the glass. Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Fournier passes to Vucevic. Right wing. Here's Augustine, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Jones. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Vucevic with the rebound. And Vucevic has got the ball here for the Magic. Trailing by 2. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Burge is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for James Ennis. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Carter Williams in for Augustine. Here's Carter Williams after the Heat pick up 2. Over in the corner, Fultz. Back to Carter Williams. Vucevic trying to get open. The Magic getting another chance here. Burge kicks to Vucevic. Tries again. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Miami's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Back to Iguodala. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Goes up and finished off by Fultz.
And it's easy to see that Fultz is a nightmare in transition. A gear-shifting point guard who can slice and dice any D in the open floor.
Here's Crowder. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Top of the key, Birch. The putback. Crowder pulls it in. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise.
Call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Mohamed Bamba. Fultz is out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4 slot. 6 on the shot clock. Silva. That's tipped. And he's able to get it back. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Birch. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the clock. He shoots again. Second shot opportunity. Buries the easy one. Birch has got the lead up to 4 now for Orlando.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
It's stolen by Carter Williams. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. Shoots a 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective. Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Here's Carter Williams. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Magic lead by 4.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Shot by Crowder, no good. And a foul called on Myers Leonard. That's his first foul for the Magic. Gordon's checked in for Ken Burch. Evan Fournier comes in for Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter Williams. Now here is Augustine. His last outing, 16 points for him. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Butler with the ball. Hamba picks him up. And Adebayo throws it down.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
Here's Ross. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now it's an 8-point Magic lead. Inside, Leonard. He can't get that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Fires from deep. And Terrence Ross good for 3. Ross has got 5.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a 3.
And that one drops.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Now Bamba. He's covered by Leonard. Ross against Butler. Tries from 10. That shot off. And the Heat going the other way now. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Miami. Olynyk comes in for Myers-Leonard. And Hero subbed in for Robinson. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Ennis comes in for Ross.
Yeah, and Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
Both good from the line that time.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. 26 seconds left here in the second. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Here's Vucevic, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Hero. He's guarded by Fournier. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, no. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game. Aaron Gordon still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Here's Fournier. Jimmy Butler making his last shot, and that one is good. Fournier's got the lead up to 11 now for the Magic.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower paced system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Now here's Vucevic following the miss by Evan Fournier. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Magic making a switch here. Fultz checked in. Dragic looking for an opening. Crowder, the pass to Adebayo. He feeds it to Jones. Adebayo tips it back in. Adebayo's got 9.
He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
And here's Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Crowder. Down low. It's tipped. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Jones. Here's Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
And the speed of Fultz is lethal. When he has a full head of steam, he's looking to tear the rim off the hinges.
That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. See, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on the dime, I think it's James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
And Orlando has possession. The Heat getting the bucket. Ross, no good with the layup. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Bamba with the block.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender, long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
The Heat trail by 11. Now here's Dragic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Good ball movement here by Miami. Iguodala against Ross. Here's Silva. Here's Iguodala. The kick out to Dragic. Shot clock at 3. From deep three-point range. Tips it up. Dragic on the follow. Dragic has got his first points of the game. Orlando leading by 9. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Carter Williams dishes to Bamba. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And even though Bamba's going to have to add muscle, he's strong enough to power that one through the contact.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter Williams. 56 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Leonard. Fires the 3. But they'll get another chance. Passes to Nunn. Shot clock at 5. Over Augustine. That one off the back iron and out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Fultz. Ross on the wing. Now Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Hero. Shoots over Fournier. Can't connect. And so it's Orlando. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3 spot.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and Jake Crowder's subbed in for Myers Leonard.
Superb vision and decision by Jake Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Here's Augustine. The Heat getting the bucket. Ennis with the ball. High post Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Mets. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Here's Fultz. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Magic lead by 10.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Nunn passes to Adebayo. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's a 1-2, defended by Butler. Ross kicks to Bamba. No one near him. Good on the jump shot. And now a 12-point Magic lead.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Miami no good on that time either.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And every so often, Steve, we'll see 2 teammates fighting over a rebound. You ever have a teammate upset with you for stealing his rebound?
A lot, Kevin. All the bigs I played with, those guys hated when guards came in. They would elbow you, and if you're on their same team, saying get out of here, especially for a lot of those bigs. It was a lot of rebound incentives in their contract, so they wanted to grab every rebound. Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as his game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
And Smitty, as you alluded to with Dragic, he's gotten in more confrontations than you would think.
He's a scrapper and does whatever it takes to win. Reminds me of a little bit of John Stockton with that mentality. But that's exactly the kind of mindset you want from your lead guard.
Now, here's Bamba. The putback and the second chance effort by Gordon.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Adebayo down low. Offered by Bamba. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And so he makes both from the line. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Colts kicks to a 1-2. The pass to Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Magic lead by 15.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's a 1-2. Back to Ross. Well, you look at the career of Dragic. Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Magic.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Mohamed Bamba.
He was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm. And that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
Now here is Augustine. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Fournier for three. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And a new group in for the Heat. Olynyk, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Leonard comes in for Derek Jones. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Iguodala in for Robinson. Here's a one-do. He's guarded by Hill from 11 feet away. A one-do. That's good. And the Magic lead by 13.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Here's Dragic. The offensive rebound. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
to this special edition of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jones is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at the point guard. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5. And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
Now, here's Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Oh, good with the triple. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Adebayo. Lays it up and banks it in.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Osman. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
And Butler is a force when he's driving to the basket. God loves gutting the defense, and you just cannot afford to lose him.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. Baseline jumper, and Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Sexton. He'd have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. To the left wing, over Garland. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Robinson, that's good. Now, here's Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
There's Garland. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Outside for Robinson. Heat moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Nunn. Good D from Love.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Last game for the Cavaliers, it was a loss to the Bulls. Robinson for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the dunk by Love.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Here's Butler. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Garland dishes to Drummond. Over to the wing. Garland kicks to Drummond. Now, here's Garland. D right on him. Passes it to Sexton. Now Drummond. Second chance shot. And another shot. And it's Love laying it in. Love's got 6.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And it's Butler missing. Cavaliers leading. Here's Sexton. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jones, the pass to Adebayo. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Adebayo's got his second bucket.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Robinson for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 1 quarter in the... The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how...
It's different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one. Over the course of his young career, Larry Nance Jr. has certainly had some memorable dunks.
To the paint, here's Hero. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
They've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Pass to Garland. And Thompson kicks to Garland. Back to Thompson. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by the Heat.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The finish, and then slams it in.
Oh, yeah. When Larry Nance Jr. sees a chance to throw it down, he'll throw down.
Pass to Iguodala. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Left side, Porter. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule now for the Miami Heat. On Friday, the New York Knicks coming to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
In that matchup against the Bucks, I think this squad has the confidence that they can play to their strengths against them. And even though they're going after the #1 team right now in our league, they feel they can get the W.
Excellent defense from Dragic there to make sure that shot was not an easy one.
Dragic with some nice D, and it's blocked. Thompson surveying the floor. Porter passes to Windler. Crowder with the steal. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. Here's Hero. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Hero's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs. We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011, Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Sexton dishes to Porter. Inside. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Leonard. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. Trailing by 2. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run. A 3-pointer is right on target. Sexton's got 5.
Looking better and better from that range is Colin Sexton.
The pass to Leonard. Porter with the steal. Windler the pass to Nance. He can't hit that time. And it's Miami the other way. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
And I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Porter outside. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. Miami trailing. Nunn passes to Leonard. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Here's Silva. Passes it to Adebayo. 6 to shoot. The second chance effort. And the officials call goaltend. And here we go. Coach's challenge on that goaltending call. Now, the coach didn't think the call was correct.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Here's the 3. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Porter. Porter's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
How about Leonard not letting the D get to him? Amazing that he maintains his balance, especially at his size on that shot.
Love. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. It's the NBA.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. 3-pointer, Butler The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And that one, good.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Love kicks to Sexton. Misses the 3. The Heat trail by 5. Here's Jones. The shot that time, not on target. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Right wing, and stolen by Butler. And then Jones with the jam.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Drummond working against Adebayo. Here's Love. Excellent D that time from Jones.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Sexton finds Drummond. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 6 assists here tonight. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, there are some players who are playing correct, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslem, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great moves, Kevin.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Puts it up. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Sexton continuing to try to expand his game, and in this one looking very comfortable.
Back to Butler, and stolen by Love. It's picked off. Butler with the ball. Garland picks him up, and Butler gets it to go.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Drummond passes to Garland. He kicks to Love. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Outside Butler. Pass to Adebayo and stolen by Love. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
That one goes in. Love's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Adebayo kicks to Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. Robinson passes to Jones for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the middle, Butler with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Jones is running.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. 5 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. For the lead, buries the long-range jumper. Windler's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 1. And time to... And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Heat, Hero out there with Dragic. Then there's Myers-Leonard. Then it's Kelly Olynyk, and it's Iguodala in at the 3, the small forward. Garland, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Iguodala with the bucket. Iguodala's got his first bucket in this one.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
Justin Thompson with some force on that one.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. No good from outside. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Porter, and he banks in the layup. And it's a 3-point Cavalier lead.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Outside Leonard. Dragic the pass to Hero. Fires for 3. No good from Dragic. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Back to Porter. Dishes it to Thompson. Pass to Windler. The 3 and the rejection by Iguodala.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Crowder is checked in for Leonard. And there's the pass to Windler. Just 3 to shoot. 11 feet away. Nance. Great positioning on the putback. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
Here's Dragic from outside. Miami no good on that time either. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Garland the pass to Nance. Outside Porter. Kicks it to Nance. Lets the 3 fly. Porter, no luck. The Heat trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Kevin Love in for Nance. Heat also with the sub. Butler, he's checked in for Hero. That's tipped. Iguodala with the steal. For the finish, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
Man, it doesn't matter what time of game it is. Andre Iguodala ready to step up.
Garland the pass to Porter. Love kicks to Drummond. Shoots over Olynyk, and that one's good. Drummond.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Three-pointer, Butler. The Cavaliers pull it in. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And then for Miami, Bam Adebayo's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. Butler with the steal. Oh, and here comes Robinson all alone. Finished off the break.
I just like the instincts Butler has defensively. Just fantastic at staying active and coming up with deflection.
It's blocked, and he recovers it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Porter. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room, and there it is for him. 14 points for Kevin Love.
That's why Kevin Love with the ball right now is not a bad option.
Good ball movement here by the Heat, and stolen by Drummond. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
A slam dunk by Garland.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And here are the Heat. Outside Butler. Pass to Nunn. Adebayo, high post. Here's Nunn. Ball stolen. There's Garland. The slam dunk by Garland.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Nunn passes to Butler. Dives for it. No good again that time. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And here's Bell. Pass to Zizic. From deep. Good.
It went in, but that probably was not the shot they had drawn up in mind.
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
The skyline of Orlando seen here. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Assman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center filling out the middle. And for Orlando, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Just 5 on the clock. Augustine, the putback. It's good on the putback.
Nikola Vucevic has averaged double-digit rebounds for the vast majority of his career. You want him to get to work on the offensive end? No problem.
Now here's Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
Ennis kicks to Fournier. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
Now, here's Sexton. Last game, 26 points. Back to Love. Stolen by Gordon. Pass to Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And Kev, this is exactly what you expect from DJ Augustine. This is why coaching staffs love him. He makes everyone better.
Osman, the pass to Drummond. Now Sexton. Vucevic defending. Here's Love. Orlando grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Orlando. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
Here's Augustine after the made shot from Andre Drummond. And that one drops for him.
That's the quickness of DJ Augustine. Put it on the deck, get to the driving game. Really nicely done.
It's stolen by Vucevic. To the inside. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vucevic has a big, strong body with great footwork inside, Doris, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Down low, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Love with the bucket.
Well, you like to see Kevin Love operate from there. Yes, he can shoot the three, but he's also a dangerous interior scorer.
On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Here's Augustine. Vucevic trying to get open. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Ross, he's checked in for James Ennis. And it's Fulton for Evan Fournier.
And guys, what you love about DJ Augustine is the leadership he provides to the young guys. They'll lean on him for advice, for knowledge, for sets. This guy is just a key cog.
And Orlando making a change here. Porter finds Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. Vucevic defending. Shot on the wing. Cleveland the rebound. Nance. Thompson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Fultz and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. One-on-one here. Here's Porter. But they recover it. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Stolen away. Here's Windler. Misses from close range. Now Vucevic. Here's a one-do. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Orlando. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And for the Magic here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so, in the game for the Magic, Fultz and Ross pair up to make the backcourt. Clark is out there with Bamba. And it's a one-do in at the three spot.
Yeah, Thompson, a very good passer for a player in his position. Knows where everyone is heading.
Bamba against Thompson. Bamba inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
So the term unicorn has arisen for shot blockers who can also space the floor. Mo Bamba on that list, guys.
And the second free throw, good. And coming in, Mo Bamba comparing his game to that of Joel Embiid's. Doris, you see that?
Well, I've heard others mention Rudy Gobert with a three-point shot, and that might be a closer comparison. We're going to have to watch and see what Mo Bamba hangs his hat on both the offensive and defensive end. Comparison's a bit early at this point.
Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Chicago. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Fultz, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's Windler. They get it again. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
Yeah, guys, that's exactly why Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. He just knows how to pick spots underneath the glass.
Ross against Porter. Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. Nance with some nice D. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. Garland, he's checked in for Sexton. Garland, the pass to Thompson. The kick out to Porter. Left side, Nance. And the pass to Windler. Garland with it. Covered by Bamba. Here's Nance. Trying to get open is Thompson. And there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got 6.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Gordon's checked in for Orlando. Fournier comes in for Fultz. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for Cleveland. Carter Williams can't get it to go.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Nance, no good. And that was an incredible year back in 2016. Of course, Draymond Green in that series suspended for Game 5. Doris changing the momentum.
Amazing to think, Kevin, how quickly things can shift and change in the NBA. Credit the Cavaliers. They made the bigger shots, and they had the best player on the floor in LeBron James. That was a season to remember.
And Orlando making a change here. Augustine's checked in. Love checked in for the Cavaliers. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Porter passes to Thompson.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Here's Garland. Cleveland moving the ball around. Love, count it, his second make in 4 attempts.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Thompson sends it back.
Oh, the former Longhorn Thompson really elevating for the rejection. Love the energy, guys.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Back to Porter. To the right side. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Love the pass to Thompson. Love trying to break loose. The shot by Thompson, no good. Magic leading by 4. Passes it to Carter Williams. Inside, Gordon. And that's collected by Love.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Back to Porter. Kicks it out to Love. Porter against Fournier. Thompson dishes to Love. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 6 points for Kevin Love. Augustine with it, picked up by Thompson. Pass to Carter Williams. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3. To the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Augustine looking around. What a play! Simply drains it in at the button. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Orlando had no problems getting going. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution. And
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what DJ Augustine has done in this game.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Tipping off the second half, here's John Beilein's 5. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. And the basket by Gordon. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless, but who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. And this is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right. They get it back. Goes back up. Good D by Love. And it's Love with the ball for Cleveland. Trailing here by 8. Garland the pass to Love. Vucevic against Drummond. Here's Garland. Drummond dishes to Love. Misses off the left iron.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Gordon. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Gordon's got 10.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now the pass to Osman. He kicks it to Sexton. Launches it. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, he's already a good shooter from distance now, and Colin Sexton, a ton of confidence when he starts to stroke that thing.
Now here's Fournier. Tight defense on him. Ennis taking his time here. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
Osman, the pass to Drummond. Back to Osman. Trying his luck from deep. And that one's good. Drummond's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Magic lead by 8.
A skilled offensive rebounder who doesn't mind a putback on occasion. Vucevic with the easy one.
And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here for the Magic. Ross is checked in for Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine. Here's Windler. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Out to Nance. Lets it go with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
You know what I love about Larry Nance Jr.? This guy came into the league as a tremendous athlete, but his skill set just keeps improving. The passing, the shooting. I love it.
Drummond dishes to Garland. He can't get that one to fall. And Orlando the other way now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here's Gordon. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And a quality defender. Larry Nance doesn't need Doris the ball to impact the game.
No doubt, Kevin, because he's willing to rebound the ball out of his area. He's willing to be a high motor guy on the defensive end. His activity is always a big lift to this team.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Stolen by Bamba. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fultz kicks to Bamba. Pass to Vucevic from downtown. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Porter passes to Nance. To the inside. To the wing on the left. looking to end the run. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Aaron Gordon. And from a recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Steve Clifford.
Good offense, right? We got back.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Markelle Fultz. He's out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Mohamed Bamba is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the 4. That's who's out there for Orlando. The shot by Sexton, no good. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Nance, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Birch kicks to Carter-Williams. Magic moving the ball around. Shoots from the elbow. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Bamba. Evan Fournier comes in for Markelle Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Carter-Williams. Feeds it to Love. And the dunk by Love.
Oh, guys, Love leaves no doubt with the finish on that one.
Outside Fournier. Passes it to Ross. Outside Fournier. Birch the pass to Augustine. Back to Birch. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Augustine up top. 14 feet away, and Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, you can see why his teammates love playing with him. Vucevic willing to find the open guy.
Back to Osman. Kicks to Drummond. Pass to Garland. Here's Osman. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Drummond sinks that one from the post.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Fournier with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. Fournier's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Here's Porter. Fournier pulls it down.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Augustine, no luck. Cleveland now, time running out. There's Garland. Here's Porter. Makes it off the glass.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback. And the Magic lead by 11.
Well, hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
And Love throws it down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
There's the pass to Birch. Over Love. The shot by Birch, no good.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try to lead.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
with a large frame and a willingness to get physical. Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
Augustine passes to Ross. For the three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Osman kicks to Porter. There's the three. Here's Drummond. Great D that time from Vucevic. Fournier passes to Augustine. And another make to his scoring column. His fifth basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And it's Drummond missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Here's Vucevic. Birch tips it, but no good. And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, for me,